Welcome back, everybody. Ask the Collective 20. My name is Rich Brubaker. I'm the founder of Collective Responsibility, and it's great to have you back. Took a couple weeks of holiday. I'm refreshed. I hope you are as well and enjoying your summer. We're going to answer a couple of questions related to a big question, which is, will China save or destroy the world? It's a question that I'm regularly asked, and through this episode I hope to peel that onion back a little bit for you. So stay tuned, and remember, if you enjoy this episode, if you find it valuable, please remember to like, share, and comment. Over the last few weeks I've been on stage a few times talking about the opportunity to build a sustainable business in China, the ability to participate in what I feel is probably the greatest theater on earth for practicing sustainability. And inevitably, I am asked a question by participants, but in recent cases by journalists and also by business leaders about, what is actually happening in China? Is this the place where everything's going to come spinning apart, or is this the place where everything's going to be, where the solution is going to come to light? And I am definitely, if you've been following me, of the latter ilk. China faces really big challenges. It could be in air pollution, water safety, food safety. There are 1,000 different challenges going on out here. But if I look back over the last 15 years, one of the most amazing things is to see how the pieces of the puzzle start to really come together in China. Government is by far the key stakeholder here. They drive policy, they set pricing, they are enforcing policies, they are basically engaging business community or forcing business community. They're engaging different stakeholders or forcing different stakeholders to basically get on board with the changes that are coming. And most recently I've been talking with people about waste. If you look at e-waste, you look at food waste, you look at ocean plastics, you look at the recent news about recyclables being imported into China, all this from the top down is coming through the system and saying it's time to value the waste, to start taking care of it locally, internally, and in a productive manner. And that has been matched to the business opportunity. So if you've been on our website, if you've seen some of our blogs, you'll see that we talk a lot about plastic waste, packaging waste that have been valued at a very high level. You have thousands of individuals riding bicycles every day as entrepreneurs, collecting, sorting, and selling off that waste. That could only take place in in this economy where the resources themselves are valuable, and where the government itself would be protecting the market, i.e. they've understood that the externality is too expensive to ignore, that the opportunity to close the loop on these waste issues is an economics issue that can be a positive to the economy. And so everything is coming together. 15 years ago, it just didn't exist. Now, you don't see many recyclables going through the landfill to the incinerators, and that's a great thing. It's also, to the second half of the question about, will China really scale this stuff out? What's the potential? I view this as the business opportunity for the next 25 years underneath this construct. If you're talking about waste, you're talking about food, you're talking about any of these things, as the government puts in their policies, as entrepreneurs start to find their positions, to develop their niches, to take that to a scale of 1,000, 10,000, 1 million people, it is very clear that once you've proven 1 million, 10 million in a single city like Shanghai, the next cities are of potential scalability. But thinking wider, beyond China, India is going to start taking up these solutions. Singapore is going to start taking them up. Indonesia is going to take them up. And then we're going to switch continents, Africa, South America, because the next 25, 35 years of growth are going to reflect a lot more of what China's seen and a lot less of what the US and Western Europe has seen. So the solutions are going to be different. Now I know you're wondering, Rich, what is the next question is going to be, Rich, what's the opportunity for foreign businesses? And I'm going to go back to a project we're working on right now in renewables. 5, 6, 8 years ago, the story was China is the greatest investor into solar, wind, smart grid, anything in this positive green energy space. And that was true. They were throwing money at installations, at manufacturing. They're bringing the IP in. We all saw how that worked out. Solar collapsed. You lost a lot of the leaders at that point. Now, at that point, what we were seeing was this was nothing more than a jobs program. They were buying panels, buying wind farms, investing in them, putting it out in the middle of nowhere, and 60% weren't even being connected to the grid. So the China story about renewables 5, 6, 8 years ago was, yes, the biggest amount of money going in, but also the least impact, the least capacity to deliver on that energy. But at that time what we saw was the foreign products would be purchased when they actually needed the energy. Now more and more, as I've looked over the last 2, 3, 5 years, that started to really shift to where these solutions are not seen as jobs, as innovation. They're seen as needed, necessary, valuable solutions to the local Chinese market. It's not just about exporting your solar panels to, Western Europe, Germany, Spain, and otherwise to make your market. The market is here now, and that is really having a huge impact on how people view this stuff. The air is cleaner, the water is cleaner, the quality of education and healthcare are all improving. It's not great, not gold standard, but the solutions that are driving it forward are going to be manufactured and sold here. And as a foreign firm, the value proposition still holds. For many firms, they still have the highest quality of product, the highest quality of service. They offer the best terms. They're willing to partially finance. That all still exists, but you have to really find new ways to engage stakeholders. And this is kind of how I end up wrapping up a lot of these discussions. Is a lot of foreign firms used to walk in and go, hi, we're GE. Hi, we are XYZ. And this is our product. And the brand itself was so powerful, or the fact that it was foreign was so powerful that it would really boost the sale. It had the potential to boost the sale. It didn't always happen, but had the potential to. Now it really is on a spec-by-spec basis. It comes down to relationships, who you've invested in over the last 5, 10, 15 years. If you're an entrepreneur, it's about understanding which stakeholders are aligned to your mission. A lot of times the government is absolutely aligned to the same mission that a socially minded, environmentally minded entrepreneur have. But can you find a way to engage them? Can you find a way to get them on your side to buy your service, to buy your product? These are the baby steps that need to be taken, and stakeholder engagements are at the key of that. Over the last few years, we've really looked at how firms do this well and how they struggle. And oftentimes what we find is the more siloed a firm, the more foreign run the firm, the less they understand those stakeholders, the less they listen to their Chinese business development partners. So spend some more time really looking at the value proposition you have against the challenges that China faces, map that to stakeholders, and then build your sales model from there. And I promise you, for the firms that are able to work out China now and over the next 15 years, the runway to this scalability, the runway to this economy only continues to flow through Asia, South America, Africa, and other parts of the world where urbanization is going to be the megatrend that is propelling their economy, where their cities have systems that are very mature and need to reach maturity very quickly, and where they are coming to China now and going, hey, what are you doing there to create balance between the economy, environment, and the society? Because all the governments are really trying to find that balance, at least at the local level. They're going to look for the solution providers. My bet is that it's going to be here, and I hope that through this video, through this really quick 5, 8, 10 minutes, that you've picked up a few tactics or tools or vision that I'm seeing here on a local basis. We obviously put out a lot of content. I hope that this is opening up actually the next series of discussions, 21, 22, 23, because at the end of the day, China, sustainability, it is a huge growth market. If they don't get it right, obviously it's a very different situation. But from my 15 years of being here, I can only see this getting proactively better over the next 15, 25 years. And it's worth investing the time and resources to work out how does your firm, how do you as an entrepreneur make a single city of 5 million to 25 million in China work, and then how can you scale from there. So I hope you've enjoyed this episode. If you think that a friend would like this, please share it with them. If you liked it, please like it. If you have a follow-up question, please send a comment. Have a great week, and we look forward to episode 21.